guys, this is Jessica with Chapter 6, and I'm here to do my February book haul. I'm actually planning on splitting it up into 2 hauls for you guys because I went to Joseph-Beth and ended up getting a bunch of books, and I've also recently ordered a bunch of books off of Amazon. I know if you guys watched Stacy's video and got it all the way to the end, it's 15 minutes long, then you'll have seen her little spiel about how books are going to eventually go out of business. And even though I know that this is kind of not really a possibility, but it seems so imminent with the people buying e-readers all over the place. So I have really been wanting to up my book buying. I don't want to not be able to get my favorite series at one point, and even though I know that it probably won't happen, it's just an excuse for me to buy a lot of books. So yeah, I'm going to get started with the haul. Like I said, this is my Joseph-Beth haul, and then I will have an Amazon one up for you next Wednesday. So the first book that I wanted to show you guys is Alice and Zombieland, and this is by Gina Showalter. And I love the cover of this book. First of all, I love how they kept Alice looking a little bit like Alice. And then, oh my gosh, guys, the inside of this book is so pretty. First, there's those awesome green skulls. And then to match that, you take off the dust cover and look pretty. And it has that shiny, shiny green. And then instead of saying Alice in Zombieland right there, it says off with their heads. Come on. That's pretty cool. It has a little interesting tagline instead of the title on the front, and I love it. And then if you look on the back, there's this cute little rabbit, and oh my gosh, I can't wait to read this book. I've also read Gina Showalter's other young adult series. The first book in it is Intertwined, and I read that and really, really liked it, but I know that she is mainly an adult writer, so when I saw that she was coming out with another series, I was super excited. So I wanted to pick this book up really soon. So what this book is about is this girl, and everyone's warning about zombies possibly being real, which is just kind of like real life. Everyone keeps talking about the zombie apocalypse. But then her father keeps telling her that they are real and she needs to watch out for them, but she doesn't listen. And eventually they kill her entire family. So Alice, I think is her name. Yeah, Alice Bell. Alice has to join in with this group of very bad kids in order to avenge her family's death. And it says that they are keeping secrets from her that may be more dangerous than the zombies. So I'm really excited for this. The next book that I got is the Carrie Diaries, and this is by Candace Bushnell, I guess. This is now a really cute series on the CW, I think, and I really like watching it. It has the girl from Bridge Terabithia in it, and I love her. I always thought she was going to be an amazing actress. So when I saw that they came out with this, or when I saw that this was in the bargain section, it was only $5 for this hardback, I absolutely had to get it because I could never bring myself to buy it before because I thought it was going to be very, very chick lit. But now that I've watched the show a little bit, I can see that it does take on some more serious tones, and since it was in the bargain, then I had to get it. But what this is about is, if you are fans of Sex in the City, you'll know that Carrie Bradshaw is the main character in that. And this is about Carrie as a teenager, and this is about how she came to love her city that she loved so much, and how she kind of developed with the whole with everything else that has to do with it. And it is a very cute series on TV, I know, so I'm really looking forward to reading the book real adaptation of it. So yay! There's something sticky on my book. The next book that I got is The Death Catchers, and this is by Jennifer Ann Cogler, and I was really excited when I picked this up. I'm not a big fan of the cover, but when I read the synopsis on the back, I fell in love, and I cannot wait to read this. So one day, this girl, her name is Lizzie, and she, for some reason, these letters in this newspaper arrange themselves in a way that predict her best friend's death. And as she kind of figures stuff out, she realizes that she is a very, very long descendant of Morgan Le Fay, who is the Lady of the Lake. And she is caught in between this old feud between Morgan and her sister. Her sister's name is Vivian Lamort, and Vivian hopes to accelerate the end of the world by finding and killing King Arthur's last descendant. So Lizzie must use her new powers to, I don't know if it's, she needs to save him before Vivian gets to him. And on the back, the letters are arranged in a way where they're capital ones that says, and it makes a little message that says save the world. And when I read the synopsis, I thought that it sounded really good and I really wanted to read it. But then when I saw that they did that extra little thing there, I really fell in love with it and really wanted to get it, because I thought that was just something so cute and extra that the publishing companies do, and it's like, why don't they do that all the time? Come up with cute little things that really make you want to pick the book up. The next book that I got is Truth, and this is a companion novel to Julia Carr's 16. I went and saw Julia Carr and ended up getting my 16 ARC signed, but when I was looking around, I found that they had one left over of Truth that she had signed and left there, so I ended up getting this one signed too, and I'm so excited because I have the ARC of 16 signed and now I have this one signed, so it kind of completed my collection a little bit. What this world is when you are 16 years old, you have to get a tattoo saying you are 16, and unfortunately this ends up having a lot of predators like prowl on the girls. So there is a big uprising that the main character, Nina, joins because she doesn't want to be predators for all of these men, and she wants her life to not be as dangerous. So she joins a small force within the resistance, and they have to put an end to one of the most terrifying secret programs there. So I'm probably making it sound awful. I really enjoyed 16, but I will say that these are for more of the older end of young adult series, because it does do with a lot of predatoring, if you know what I mean, but it doesn't really get too graphic. So I really enjoyed 16 and I cannot wait to read this companion. The next book that I got is something that Stacey also got in her haul, and that is Stephen King's Under the Dome. It was on clearance for like $5 or $7, I think. And I've really wanted to read this because I've read Michael Grant's Gone, and it's kind of the same concept, except in this one it's everyone that's under the dome that gets stuck instead of just people under 15 years old. So I wanted to see kind of how they compared and contrasted to each other, and plus I still have yet to read a Stephen King novel. I know, where have I been? I don't know, but I don't think I'm going to be starting with this one because, as Stacey said, this is like 90 something pages long. 172 pages long. So, I mean, it's definitely, like she said, a book that you could keep in your purse for protection. Like, who needs guns? You got Stephen King's Under the freaking Dome that you can just whack people with. The next book that I got is Eon, and this is by Allison Goodman. I have been wanting to pick this book up for some time now. I saw Priscilla's review on it over at the Readables, and ever since then I knew I was going to love it, but I was waiting until I could get the hardback copy because I wanted to have like a really nice copy of it because I figured I was going to like it so much. But I just couldn't ever find it in stores anywhere, and then the other day I just needed to get it. So I got the paperback copy, and I mean, I'm still really excited to read it because it sounds so good. What it sounds like is kind of like Mulan. It's this young girl masquerading as a young boy in the Imperial Army, but in this version they can use magic. And if a female is caught using this dragon magic, is what it's called, the penalty is death, it says. So it looks really good. Mulan is also one of my favorite Disney movies. So to see this kind of Mulan-inspired sounding book, I'm really excited. I want to read this so bad, and I definitely am going to be picking it up soon. The Monstrumologist, and this is by Rick Yancey. I wasn't planning on picking this book up ever because I just was really turned off by the cover, but there is this gentleman at Joseph-Beth who always comes over and talks to Stacey and I. I think he thinks that we're trying to steal books because we end up with huge piles of them, but he always comes over and talks to us, and he ended up recommending this book to us. I think Stacey ended up picking it up too. But he made it sound so good. He said the synopsis on the back was really vague and really didn't interest too many people, so that this book doesn't actually have such a huge following, and they actually weren't even thinking about publishing the last one, but the people who do love this book sent in a petition that made them decide to go ahead and publish the last one for the fans. But I'm really excited to read it. He made it sound good, but I don't remember what he said because it was like a couple weeks ago that I bought this. But basically it's about this young man who studies monsters, and the monster that it mentions on the back is an anthropophagy, saying that totally wrong, but it's a headless monster with razor sharp teeth inside their stomachs. So I guess their belly is like their mouth, and they're just like rah. So I ended up getting this book on the bargain bin as well, and it is called Reckless by Cornelia Funk. This is the author who wrote Inkheart, which I just finished not too long ago, and I enjoyed it. But this book is about a young boy named Jacob Reckless, and he can escape to a completely different realm through a portal in his father's abandoned study. This kind of sounds like the Chronicles of Narnia, in which they escape through the wardrobe into the world. It's kind of like that. And he has made a name for himself there. He finds enchanted items and buried secrets. So he's super excited about that, and he's going there his whole life since he was a young child. But one day his younger brother Will follows him through the portal and finds himself being brutally attacked and cursed to be a ruthless killing machine, and turns into a stone monster by the name of a Goyle. So Jacob has to fight through this world to save his brother. Come on, does that not sound super duper good as like an action-y Chronicles of Narnia? I cannot wait to read this book, and I'm so glad I only got it for $3. Bum ba da ba. Delirium, and this is by Lauren Oliver. I had to pick this up after I finished Before I Fall. It is not a sequel, but it is a companion, or just maybe it's just by the same person. I don't really know exactly how this works, but what it says is, they say that the cure for love will make me happy and stay forever, and I've always believed them until now. Now everything has changed. Now I'd rather be infected with love for the tiny sliver of a second than live 100 years smothered by a lie. So I guess what it is they have a cure for love because they consider love an infection instead of just a feeling. Whoa, that sounds really good, and I absolutely loved Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver, so I'm really thinking that I'm going to love this as well, and I cannot wait. Plus the covers are just so gorgeous. Look at that girl's skin. Look at that girl's skin. You know she's been using some Proactiv or something. So that is all I got from Joseph-Beth in February and kind of towards January also. So I hope you guys enjoyed the haul. Stay tuned for next week's haul, and then on Friday we will be posting Rainbow Reads. See you guys.